All right, let's just dive right into this explainer. We're breaking down the absolute best gadgets from the first half of 2026, and then we're doing a massive deep dive on a brand new, highly talked about VR headset. We've got a ton of ground to cover today, from tiny everyday carry items to some seriously heavy hitting computing hardware that's literally changing the market. So ask yourself this question right now. Over 600 products have been thoroughly tested by reviewers this year, and we've distilled the absolute best of the best into this comprehensive guide for upgrading your digital life. If you've kind of taken a break from the tech world for the last 6 months, well, consider this your ultimate catch-up session. Here's our agenda for today. First, 2026's top tech hits. Then, wearables and audio upgrades, followed by the computing powerhouses, quirky and home gadgets, and finally, our spotlight on the Pimax Crystal Light. Starting right off with Section 1, 2026's top tech hits, the heavyweights. Look at this lineup. Samsung has basically perfected the Android experience with the S26 Ultra. That new privacy screen and One UI 8, it's an absolute multitasking dream. Meanwhile, Apple is clearly looking to save your noisy commute with the AirPods Max 2, using that new H2 chip to deliver 1.5 times better noise cancellation than the last gen. Wild, right? And then, oh man, the Oppo Find X9 Ultra, it is reigning as the undisputed camera king. It packs a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chip, plus telephoto zoom capabilities that literally rival professional travel cameras. Just insane. Moving right along to Section 2, wearables and audio upgrades, elevating your senses. The sheer variety of form factors right now is just staggering. Actually, you can completely disconnect with the Fitbit Air. It's this incredibly bold, screen-free fitness band that weighs just 12 grams, literally almost nothing, and lasts a full week on one charge. Or if you want full immersion, the Odyssey Maxwell 2 headset uses these massive 90mm planar magnetic drivers for pristine gaming audio. But hey, if visuals are more your thing, the Rainio Air 4 Pro puts a personal HDR10 micro OLED cinema right on your face. And to bring the audio back out into the room, the Dolly Sonic 1 offers these small passive stereo speakers that pump out a giant natural sound that completely defies their tiny footprint. Now, if you're an audiophile on a budget, $59 is your magic number. Seriously, that's all it takes for the iFi Go Link 2. It's this tiny pocket-sized digital analog converter, and it completely bypasses your phone or laptop's cheap built-in audio for a massive, truly high-res listening experience. A total game changer for under $60. Next up is Section 3, the computing powerhouses, Apple's dominance. So Apple is posing a massive dual threat this year. For budget buyers, the incredibly affordable MacBook Neo is completely disrupting the Chromebook market. It's got the A18 Pro chip and that premium macOS experience. But if you're aiming at the premium market, the MacBook Air M5 is basically the ultimate ultra-portable experience. It features that blazing fast M5 chip, Wi-Fi 7, and a massive battery that just keeps going and going. Now for Section 4, quirky and home gadgets. Fun meets function. For anyone who still has, a shoebox full of old tapes hiding in their closet, the Maxell wireless cassette player is an absolute dream come true. It brilliantly blends pure nostalgia with modern convenience. You can literally play those classic 1980s retro mixes and stream the audio directly to your favorite modern Bluetooth headphones. How cool is that? Honestly, interactive tech is taking over the whole house. Like in the playroom, Lego's new Smart Brick uses motion sensors and NFC tiles to add reactive starship noises, blaster fire, and lights right as you play. It's like magic. And then, when playtime is over, Dyson has completely reinvented chore time. The Pencilvac Fluffy Cones features this wildly streamlined, ultra-light broom-shaped handle. All the heavy components are shrunken and hidden away. Plus, it has these dual cone-shaped fluffy rollers that clear up floor hair without ever getting tangled. Absolutely crucial if you have pets.
And finally, Section 5, our spotlight, Pimax Crystal Light, the PC VR behemoth.
The mean selling point right out of the gate is this number, 2880. That represents a jaw-dropping resolution of 2880 pixels per eye on a gorgeous QLED display. Oh, and it has local dimming. So what does this all mean? It means dark environments in your games actually look like true immersive darkness. No more of that washed-out gray stuff. But there is an undeniable trade-off here. On one hand, you get absolute chef's kiss visual fidelity for gaming. We're talking easily the crispest lens clarity you'll find under $1,000, paired with a massive 140-degree wide field of view. But in return, you kind of have to deal with what reviewers are calling bulldog ergonomics. At 580 grams, it's very front-heavy, you're completely tethered to a PC by a thick wire, and honestly, it feels a bit like strapping a bulldog wearing a backpack to your face. Oh, and it runs incredibly hot. To harness this pure visual experience, especially for demanding simulators and shooters, you need a high-end, beastly PC to power through that raw graphical fidelity. You'll be running everything through the highly customizable Pimax Play software, pushing a native 90 Hz refresh rate, though there is an experimental 120 Hz mode. Tracking is pretty versatile, supporting either base stations or external SL controllers. And thankfully, it mercifully includes a manual IPD or interpupillary distance adjustment. That means you can dial in your lenses to the exact width of your eyes for the perfect visual sweet spot. But here's the hilarious reality of the onboard audio. As one reviewer perfectly summarized, it sounds like a kazoo orchestra transmitted through a phone from 1995. I mean, it sounds completely terrible. Which, let's be real, is a tough pill to swallow for an $800 to $900 piece of hardware. You are absolutely going to want to use your own headphones for sure. However, that brings us to a really crucial warning. Because the onboard audio is so bad, you'll instinctively reach for your own gaming headphones, right? But you've got to be incredibly careful. The Pimax Crystallite's physical chassis is so exceptionally wide that it has literally snapped the headbands of third-party headsets during testing. No joke. If you're going to use your own audio, you might actually need to completely remove the headset's built-in speakers just to get a safe fit. To help justify that high price tag, Pimax is running a totally unique e-trade program. If you want to upgrade but money is a little tight, you just submit an online form confirming your new purchase, you instantly receive a discount code, and here's the best part, you get to keep your old VR headset. Yeah, there is absolutely no physical shipping required. You're essentially getting a solid discount just for being an existing VR enthusiast. It's a real win-win. So as we wrap up this explainer, looking back at a year of gadgets ranging from featherlight 12-gram fitness trackers all the way up to massive, ultra-high-resolution PCVR headsets, ask yourself where your priorities lie. Are you willing to sacrifice physical comfort to push the absolute bleeding edge of visual fidelity? Or is a seamless, lightweight digital life the true ultimate upgrade? Seriously, what matters most to you in 2026? Think about what you really value before you buy your next piece of tech.